She was not born brave. She became brave slowly, quietly, painfully. She became brave every time she chose to stand up again when life pushed her down. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a miracle story. This is the truth about women who refuse to give up their dreams. She grew up learning how to be careful, not how to be confident. She learned how to adjust, not how to demand. She learned how to survive before she ever learned how to dream, and still somehow a dream found her. It arrived. Without permission, it stayed without apology. The world around her was loud with rules and expectations. It told her who she should be, how much space she could take, how far she was allowed to go. It told her success was rare and meant for someone else, someone richer, someone louder, someone stronger. But every night when the noise faded, there was a quiet voice inside her that refused to disappear. It said, "There is more." It said, "You are not done." It said, "Keep going." She doubted herself often. She doubted her strength, her timing, her worth. There were days she felt invisible, days she felt forgotten, days she felt like she was running in place while everyone else moved forward. But even on those days, she showed up. She showed up tired, she showed up afraid, she showed up unsure, and that mattered more than confidence, because courage does not mean you are not scared. Courage means you move anyway. She failed more times than anyone remembers, failures stacked on failures, rejections, unanswered efforts, wasted tears swallowed in silence, the kind of pain that does not leave bruises, but changes you forever. People only saw the moments when she smiled. They did not see the nights she cried into pillows so no one would hear. They did not see the mornings she stared at the ceiling wondering how much longer she could keep going. They did not see how close she came to quitting. There were voices around her telling her to stop, telling her to settle, telling her to be grateful for what she had and not ask for more, as if ambition was something dangerous, as if dreaming was a mistake. She tried to explain herself once, twice, maybe 3 times, and then she stopped explaining because she realized dreams do not need approval. She worked jobs that paid bills but drained her spirit. She smiled through exhaustion. She carried responsibilities heavier than her own body, and still she carried her dream quietly, like a secret flame, protecting it from the wind. There were moments she almost let it go, moments when the weight became too heavy, when the loneliness became too loud, when giving up felt like relief, and in those moments she reminded herself why she started. Not because it was easy, not because it was guaranteed, but because it mattered. She learned to be patient with herself. She learned to forgive her failures. She learned that progress is not loud sometimes. It is invisible sometimes. It is simply choosing not to quit. The world tested her again and again. It took things from her: time, energy, confidence, people she loved, chances she thought were meant for her, and every time she lost something, she gained something else: strength, resilience, clarity. She began to understand that pain was shaping her, not breaking her, that every setback was teaching her how to stand stronger. There came a moment when everything fell apart all at once, when the plan failed, when support disappeared, when fear took over, and she stood there alone with nothing but a choice: give up or keep going. And she chose to keep going, not because she was fearless, but because she was faithful, faithful to the woman she was becoming, faithful to the dream that refused to die. That choice did not change her life overnight. It did not bring applause or instant success, but it changed her from the inside. It taught her that she could survive anything. She stopped waiting for permission. She stopped waiting for perfect timing. She stopped waiting for confidence and started moving with courage instead. Step by step, she built a life that once existed only in her imagination. She made mistakes. She learned. She adjusted. She grew. People who once doubted her began to notice, not because she demanded attention, but because persistence is impossible to ignore. Doors that were once closed slowly opened. Paths that seemed impossible became visible. Opportunities found her when she was finally ready to meet them. She did not become successful to prove anyone wrong. She became successful because she refused to abandon herself. She learned that dreams are not fragile, they are patient. They wait for you to become strong enough to carry them. This story is for every woman who feels tired today, for every woman Who feels tired today? For every woman who feels like quitting quietly without making a sound, for every woman who wonders if her struggle means anything. It does. Every late night, every tear, every sacrifice, every time you chose to keep going when no one was watching, it all matters. Strong women are not born in comfort, they are built in chaos, they are shaped by struggle, they are refined by fire. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. Your pace does not need to match anyone else's timeline. There is no deadline on becoming who you are meant to be. One day you will look back at this version of yourself and feel proud, not because it was easy, but because you survived. One day your story will reach someone who is standing where you once stood, and your strength will give them permission to keep going. Until then, do not rush, do not quit, do not silence the voice inside you. Because dreams do not die when you fail. They die when you stop believing. And you were never meant to stop. You were meant to rise.